Going with the wind, his top hat clamped on his red head and his monocle screwed in his right eye, Charlie McCarthy is about 2 jumps ahead of the truant officer and only 2.5 jumps ahead of a spanking. But nobody'd risk hand-spanking Charlie, even if he is made of soft pine. But it's a safe bet Edgar Bergen can talk Charlie out of any kind of trouble because it's really Edgar who puts the words in Charlie's mouth. I hope, Edgar, that you have cleared everything with the truant officer and that you have enrolled Charlie in a school.
Well, it's not as simple as all that, Don.
No, it isn't.
No. But I've had another letter from Mr. Ramshackle, the truant officer, and he's liable to arrive here and get Charlie any minute.
Well, he'll have some time to get me because I've locked all the doors around here and I've swallowed the keys.
Oh, I see.
If he does show up, I'm going to take the air route out of here.
The air route?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm leaving through the ventilator.
I see. Well, now, listen, young man.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be any part of this.
No.
No, listen. You're only cheating yourself out of an education.
Is that so?
Yes. Now, don't count on me for protection, for I'm not going to be a part of this scheme of yours.
Oh, is that so?
No.
Well, suppose I do go to school. Suppose I do. So what?
Well, it means a great deal to have your name read Charlie McCarthy, LLD, or PhD.
Yes.
Now, it's up to you how it's going to read.
Yes. Well, I like Charlie McCarthy, RFD.
RFD.
For that matter, I've already had a title of MD.
MD?
Yeah, mental deficient.
Oh, I see. Yes, well, you're all right, Charlie.
I think so, yes.
Yes. There are just a few wheels out of order up here in your head.
Well, I'll keep my hat on. It won't show.
No. But, young man, you can't hide ignorance.
No.
No. Every time you speak, you reveal your knowledge or your lack of knowledge.
Is that so?
Yes. For example, if a man should come up to you and say, "Will you borrow me $10? What do you think of that?
Very little.
Very little. You know he lacks education.
Yes.
Why?
Well, if he had any sense at all, he'd know I didn't have $10.
I see. Now, if he should say, "Can you loan me $10? What's the difference?
There's no difference at all. I'm still broke.
I see.
At school, I was known as a 3-letter man. I owe you.
A shameful record.
Is that so? What kind of a student were you, Mr. Bergen?
Well, in all my school years, I can boast of a record of never having failed in any subject.
Yeah?
Can you say the same?
Well, yes, but not with such a straight face. I don't know. I just don't understand schooling. I don't know. If I don't go to school, the truant officer comes after me. And if I do go, they flunk me out.
Life is complicated, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's so complicated that I think if a person is lucky if he isn't born at all. Of course, that seldom happens.
How do you do, gentlemen? Can you tell me where I could find Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy?
Yes. Us is them. I mean, we's is those. I'm it.
Well, now, look, which one is which?
Well, that's him, and I'm me.
Well, which one is the stupid one?
Well, there's been a good deal of discussion about that.
I would like to talk to you if I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. Come in.
Thank you. I am Mr. Ramshackle, the truant officer.
Oh, what? Get out. Don't you dare to interrupt us here.
Oh, so you're Charlie McCarthy, hmm?
No, not me. My name is Axel Carlson. I just came over here 3 years ago.
Now, look, you can't fool me, McCarthy. Why don't you tell the truth?
Why don't you blow your nose?
I guess you don't know what I'm here for, hmm?
Well, what are you going to do, Mr. Ramshackle?
And there's only one road for me to take.
Why don't you take it? You take the high road and I'll take the alley.
All right.
That boy must come with me.
I'll go, but if you take me away from Bergen, I'll never say another word.
That boy is sadly in need of schooling. That is shown by his marks forwarded from New York. They read D in spelling, D in arithmetic, D in deportment, and D in effort.
I was fresh out of effort.
There's very little to be said for that. Nothing but D's. Very little to be said for that.
Well, at least I'm consistent.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, but it doesn't read very well. D, 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 D.
It sounds better if you sing it. D, 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 D. Bum, bum, bum. Here we are. 8.99 and a bum, bum, bum. Take it away, Ameche.
Thank you, Charlie. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to present a one-act dramatic epic entitled Summer. Conceived, written, produced, and directed by Charles McCarthy. Starring C. McCarthy, one of the matinee idols of the American stage, and featuring Dorothy Lamour, an actress. Scenery designed, painted, and created by Senor Carlos McCarthy. Shrubbery and landscaping is in McCarthy Park, the courtesy of McCarthy Planters Incorporated. Incidental music composed by Charles and McCarthy. It is a hot day in July. The female, Dorothy Lamour. The handsome and debonair tar, Charlie McCarthy. Curtain.
Oh, summer.
Summer. Oh, summer. What is so hot as a day in July? Hello?
Hello. Ain't it hot?
You said it, babe. It was hotter last night, wasn't it?
You said it, babe.
And how?
Are you a poet, sailor?
No, I'm a sailor poet.
Oh, I love ships in the summer. What ship are you often?
I'm often, yes, McCarthy. Often on it.
Oh, I love the sea. Especially in the summer, don't you?
Don't mind if I do, no. Have you ever been to sea?
To see what?
Oh, skip it, landlubber.
Then you are a sailor, ain't you?
Yes, and how? Oh, standing on the deck and letting the salt spray hit you in the mug. And boy, do I get seasick.
You're nice, you know it.
Sure. I'm especially nice in summer. Summer, a voice is calling.
Ain't it the truth? Oh, I just love weather.
And I love you.
Oh, you sailors. I bet you got a sweetheart in every port.
No, not in summer. I don't do so good in summer.
Then I love you.
Mind if I sit down on a bench with you?
There ain't really room enough for two on this bench, sailor.
Mind if I sit on your lap just because it's summer?
But I don't even know your name.
I'll tell you after I sit on your lap. What song is that the orchestra's playing?
I don't hear no orchestra.
Neither do I. Must be the music in my soul. I always have music in my soul in summer. Summer, a voice is calling.
You're the nicest man I ever met in the Navy, in the summer. Have you any friends on the ship?
Oh, gobs and gobs and gobs. Say, girl, how about stepping out for a fast little Lindy hop at McCarthy's Dance Palace?
You ain't asking me really to go, are you?
Well, that was the general idea.
Gosh, I love to dance in the summer. But McCarthy charges $1 for men.
Yeah? Have you got $1?
Wait, I'll look.
Better look for $1.25. I may need lunch money.
I just got $1.25. Lucky for us, McCarthy lets ladies in free.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you do. What we'll do now. You go in and dance, and I'll wait for you outside. Let me hold the money.
Oh, you're so thoughtful.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, summer. Summer beautiful and summer dumb.
Okay. Say, look.
Look, what
Look at my dress. It's got stripes all over it. Oh, gosh, I can't go.
Yeah, look at my sailor suit. Looking like ex-convict. That's summer for you.
Summer?
Yeah, it never fails. They always paint those park benches in summer. Ain't winter wonderful?
Oh, winter.
Ah, yes, indeed, winter. And for Miss Lamour and myself, thank you. The Chase and Sanborn hour and Don Ameche may now continue. Oh, Mr. Ameche, may I bend your ear for a minute?
Why, what's on your mind, Charlie?
Well, I would a word or two with you and Dick Rodgers and Larry Hart.
Well, that's strange. They expressed a desire to meet you.
Yeah, what's strange about that? Everybody does. Oh, Mrs. Rodgers and Hart.
Yes, Charlie. Charlie, my boy.
I'm glad to have this chance to have a talk with you two boys. After all, we have much in common. I, too, write songs.
You do?
Yes, I do. I don't sell any, but I write them.
You write the music, too?
Oh, but definitely. I write music that can't even be played.
That's remarkable. What's the name of your latest composition?
Well, I just dashed off a little hink of a ditty for the masses, I call it A Little of You on Toast.
That's strange, Charlie. We've just finished a song for Don Ameche called A Little of You on Toast.
Yeah. Oh, you have, huh? Something wrong here somewhere, eh? A little toast, huh?
Yes, A Little of You on Toast.
That's right. Some crust.
Yes. It's very embarrassing because we've copyrighted the song.
Oh, you have? Well, there are two ways of doing business, of course. That kind of money will never do you any good, you know that.
You sure yours was called A Little of You on Toast?
Well, yes. Maybe first I called it A Lot of Me on a Hunk of Whole Wheat, I think.
I'm afraid someone's mistaken.
Well, after all, none of us are human.
None of us is human.
Blockhead. Right. Yes. Now, where were we? Probably just a coincidence. The same thing happened to me a few years ago. A couple of mugs came out with a song I wrote called My Heart Stood Still.
We were the mugs who wrote that song, Charlie.
Oh, you were, huh? Well, I don't have to ask you boys where you get your material, do I?
Are you sure yours was also called My Heart Stood Still?
Well, roughly, yes. And then again, I think mine was I Dropped Dead, something like that. Same idea, of course.
What kind of melody did you have for your song, Charlie? Was it good?
Good? Well, it was good enough for Mendelssohn. I guess it was good enough for me. Where do you get yours, boys?
We like Mendelssohn, too.
Yeah?
Charlie, you're a genius. And since you claim plagiarism, we'll agree to avoid a lawsuit by declaring you in on the song.
Oh, fine. Declare Bergen in, too. We work together, Rodgers, Hart, Bergen, and McCarthy, huh?
It's an awful lot of names to put on one song, don't you think?
Well, it's an awful big firm.
I think 3 names might look better.
Well, now, maybe you're right. Let me see. Do we need Rodgers?
Oh, wait a minute, Charlie.
That's finagling. Yes. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll leave out Bergen. That'll burn him up. I'll plug the song, too. I'll sing it now, and by tomorrow it'll be up in the first 10.
Oh, boy, the first 10.
Yeah, in the first 10 wastebaskets of Hollywood.
I trust you, Charlie. But since our version was written for Don to sing, suppose we let him start it off.
Okay with me. I'll top that, Don. Go ahead, Don.
Say, I'd like to crowd a couple of words in here to thank Dick and Larry for giving me the pleasure of launching their song.
Dick's at the piano to help you launch it, Don.
Yeah, and after Ameche's got it launched, I'll sink it.
Bon voyage, Werner.
No cottage small, I want no waterfall, no skies of blue at all. I'll take a little of you on toast, keep your sweet summer breeze. Also that song called Breeze, I don't want Mammy's knees. I'll take a little of you on toast, not for happiness am I pining or a shining rainbow. Skies will have a quick silver lining if I am your main boat. Your smile is nice and fine, your charms are well designed. Darling, if you don't mind, I'll take a little on toast. Oh, coffee may be strong, I
and Rudy gets along. We love Ameche song.
They want a little of done on toast.
Clark Gable stands alone. More power to Tyrone. We love a baritone.
They want a little of done on toast.
Moving into that voice so deep, she hits us like a tonic.
He's a singer that down Ameche, really like Lopez.
Don't pray to Randy Z. Bob Taylor's Willow Peak. Don is the type we see.
They want a little on toast.
Garbo, leave me alone. Hands up, sin on. Crawford, keep French tone. I want a little Lamour on toast. Don't want Bill Field his nose. It's mighty like a rose, nor that red milk he chose. I want a little Lamour on toast.
Though our passion is food for scandal, for the leering hinters, little Charlie, you're hard to handle. Both my hands have splinters.
Bergen, please set me free. I want some privacy, 'cause your Lamour 30. I want a little on toast.
I want no cottage ball. I want no waterfall. No skies of blue at all. I'll take a little of you on toast. Keep your sweet summer breeze. Also that song for trees. I don't want many seeds. I'll take a little of you on toast. Not for happiness am I pining, or a shining rainbow. Skies will have a quick silver lining if I am your main host. Your smile is nice and high. Your charms are well designed. Darling, if you don't mind, I'll take a little on toast.
One